Howdy, I am alive. Fear not. I know you haven't heard from me in weeks, and the last time you did, I was sick. So I'm just going to do a quick video to give you an update on where I've been, and I need your advice. I got a question for you that I could use some guidance on. Yes, I was sick. I had some contaminated water that resulted in some GI issues that went on for a long time, were really painful. And then on top of that, I got a cold or some kind of other bug. And then I had laryngitis on top of that. So that all went on for several weeks. It was pretty tough. I'm feeling really great now. I am definitely back to health and vibrancy. While all of that was happening, I also had a major leak in the roof of Luna Ray, my travel trailer, which has been a whole production. She's also doing well, fear not. So I'll be back to putting out more content starting next week. I also have room for a new project, for bringing on some new resources. And in the past, I have just put out what I thought would be helpful to people or that would be useful or accessible or whatever without really checking in if people wanted them. And that's had varying degrees of success. So, of course, I already have my You Got This recovery program in motion that's done online in the privacy of your own home with an interactive component or not. That is a you powered path to freedom from addiction. So we have that rock and that is available. You can get info for that below if you want. As of right now, we have our weekly recovery empowerment meeting that is open and available. You can get info on that as well. And I'm looking to bring something else on. So here are some ideas that my team and I have been just kind of playing around with. Let me know. Do you want any of these? Do these sound cool to you? And if not, but you would like something else from me, go ahead and put a comment below or send an email through the contact info in that description as well. So something we've done before were Q&As, live Q&As that were really fun to do. Some people felt nervous because they were on Zoom. So do you want to see a regular Q&A happening where you can talk with me directly and we can discuss specifics or go through questions or just answer anything that's on your mind? And if so, do you want to do that in more of like a live video format where you send them in through the chats and whatnot? I don't know how to do any of that, but we'll figure it out. Is that something you want to do? What about a live retreat? Where some places are getting back in person, and I've certainly been missing facilitating retreats. Do you want to get together live in person somewhere in a cool location and just go into all of this stuff in the realm of sexuality and spirituality and humanity and all of the things that make us who we are and make our lives worth living? That could be fun. I've also been workshopping a vodcast idea that would be a revamp of my sex life series that I did a few years ago, where we talk about sex and we talk about life. We'll rename it, of course, because Netflix snagged that title. But yeah, we'll bring on experts every week to talk about all things in the sexual realm. We'll talk all sex stuff relating to how it forms our decisions, to you know, alternative relating styles. We'll get into some deeper stuff like how do you come back into your sexual self, your sexual vibrancy after sexual assault or rape? You know, how do we do those things? So we'll bring experts on. We'll talk about all of that on here on YouTube, and we'll put it out on all of the podcast platforms. Something else I've noticed that's a really big area for people, of course, which makes sense. It was for me too. Was shame and self hatred in some cases, or just not feeling worthy, and just feeling like who we are is not great. A lot of us do a lot of not so great things in active addiction. So, how about a shame elimination process or program that you could participate in to get rid of shame so that you can move into healing and thriving from a clear space and have a really strong foundation under you? I don't know. Those are some things that I would enjoy doing that would be really fun. Do any of them sound appealing to you? Do you want to do any of those? And if not, do you have any ideas that you'd like to see out in the world? We'll check those comments as often as we can in the near future. If you're seeing this years down the line, we're probably not checking those comments, but or you can always send in your questions or suggestions through the contact info below. Thank you for everyone who sent in emails checking in on me. I am alive. I'm doing great. I'm really excited to get back to creating and seeing you all right here, which we'll do next week. Adios.